The brief discussion on the Tibetan medical subject in Tibetan, China, Bhutan and Nepal, and brief history of Lo Thang Medical School. We wish you all Tashi Delek.
Thousands of years before the founders of Buddhism, His Holiness the Gautam Buddha taught four main Buddhist medical practice. They are exegetical tantra, root tantra, instructional tantra and subsequent tantra. Dongyu Tokchok was the first Tibetan traditional Amchi. After lots of studies and practice, he became famous traditional Amchi. He was also royal physician to King of Tibet. His son Lodi Chenpo was also became famous and also done royal physicians to King of Tibet. His heritage had continuously done the royal physicians to the King of Tibet. In the year 617 AD, the great king of Tibet, Songtsen Gompo, was born. He gathered number of scholars and composed medical books called Mijikbe Sunsa. From north, he invited a medical scholar and gathered number of students and taught them Tibetan medical. In 742 AD, other famous religious king Tisong Theutsen was born. During his period, combined the main theme of all forms of medications and composed Lache Shung Tsongwe De. He then collected a group of intelligent students and taught his famous book to followers. In the year 617 AD, the most popular religious king, Songtsen Gompo, was born. He gathered Tibet in one country. He sent some scholars, including the most popular Thimi Sambota. Thimi Sambota had got learned about all major and minor Buddhist subjects. He had made Tibetan alphabets and till now all people using it. In the year 958, medical scholar Rinchen Sangpo was born. On request of King Rishi Yue, he revised the theme of Yenla Kepo with its explanations. He translated Devadashe and other from Sanskrit to Tibetan. In the year 1126 AD, Yutok Sarma Yunten Gompo, the successions of Yutok Nyingma Yunten Gompo, was born. Tibetan books were written by Gaul. In the year 708 AD, medical scholar Chijun Yutok Nyingma Yunten Gompo was born in Tolung Natsetong. He lived 125 years. In the year 758 AD, when Jutsi Yutok Nyingma Yunten Gompo was 50 years old, he established medical school in Kongpo, Melung. He composed Palden Kyushi, the meditation cave of Yutok Nyingma Yunten Gompo at Kongpo, Melung. The runs of Loche Rinchen Sangpo Medical School at Ngari Kuginelu. In the year 958, Loche Rinchen Sangpo was born. Once again, he reviewed Yela Ke and translated major texts Orangdel, Devadaser, and Takche Shali Hora from Sanskrit to Tibetan. He translated Menshung Chemo Sanskrit into Tibetans, taught Tibetans medical to his followers in Ngari. In 1126, Yutok Sarma Yunten Gompo, the successions of Yutok Nyingma Yunten Gompo, was born. In the year 1147 AD, Chejun Tokpa Gyaltsen was born. He established medical school called Sacya Nantong. In the 1617 AD, His Holiness the 5th Dalai Lama was born. He revised all the major subjects with the Tibetan medicines and spread Tibetan traditions. At the base of Depung Kandin Palace, he established a medical school called Sorik Dompen Lane. In the year 1653 AD, Tisisangye Gyatso was born and he established medical school called Chakri Rikchi Dompen Lanes in 1696 AD. Tisisangye Gyatso composed a book on Tibetan medicines and astrology. He composed 79 medical tankas based on Gyushi. The Lameng Kherap Nobu was royal physician of the 13th Dalai Lama. He had established Lhasa Mensikang in 1916 and gathered a number of followers from all regions of Tibet. Professor Dawa in Dharamsala. The chairman of Dharamsala, Mensikang Professor Dawala with Amchi Tenzin Bista at Dharamsala Mensikang Library. These are precious medicines made by Dharamsala Mensikang. Professor Nyumatsering with Amchi Tenzin Bista at Lhasa Medical University in Tibet. In 1959, after Chinese inventions, they united Chakri Rikche Dompeling and Lhasa Mensikang into one institution. From 1963 to 1966, they collected 45 students from monastery and higher secondary school to taught Tibetan medicines. Again from 1970 to 1973, with the added 18 more students. In 1985, by meeting the Chinese governments and Tibetan governments in Tibet, they established first registered Tibetan Mensikang in Lhasa. 2001, the governments of Chinese made newly technologies for make Tibetan medicines. In 2004, the number had gratitude's PhD degree of Tibetan medicine. In 2005, Chinese government established astrology institutions in Lhasa. Photo of Bhutan Mensikang. Professor Doji Wangchuk and Amchi Tenzin Bista are discussing about Amchi Medical. Some students of Bhutan Medicals and Astrology institutions. In 2000s, laying the foundations of Lo Kунpen Medical School. Peoples and horses in constructions work of Lo Kунpen School. The school building. The Lo Kунpen traditional herbal medicines. With Honorable Mr. Principal Amchi Tenzin Bista with school teachers. In the year 2003, batch students. Amchi Tenzin Bista and Professor Dawala addressing the students in 2004. Students in their classroom in Lamantang. Students with their teachers in classroom. In 2003, students are singing Tibetan song. Students are giving examinations. Students year between 2005 to 2007. Students enjoying their studies. Mustang King inaugurations the Lo Kунpen Clinic opening ceremony. Mustang King lighting a bottle inside Lo Kунpen Clinic. Honorable Mr. Principal Amchi Tenzin Bista reading a patient's pulse inside clinic. A medical students reading a patient pulse inside clinic. A medical girls students reading a patient pulse inside clinics. The exhibitions of newly composed museum in 2005. Medical tankas and medicines inside Lo Kунpen Museum. The first level of Tibetan medical Kangchenpa book. Medical books. Gratitude Class 8 student in the year 2007. Medical cultivations farm. Medical farms in Lamantang. Herbal tea and incense made by Lo Kунpen Medical School. If we could produce or cultivate more medical herbs, valuable minerals, and we can apply properly and distribute to patients, which could be really helpful. Therefore, it is obvious that we peoples of the world should give interest and work for the preservation of such natural medical resources. If you want to know more, please visit our website www.lokunpen.org.np. Our email address is lkps_mustang@yahoo.com. We would like to request you all the peoples that to support and help this school.